This thing on. Statutory disclaimer and opening statement. The Zamo the Destroyer show is for iguanas only. Tail whip and claw your pet humans until they go away and leave the room before listening, because this show is not intended for lesser sorts of creatures like humans, shrews and other mammals, albatrosses and other birds by land or sea, frogs, fish, newts, snakes, or geckos. God, iguana hates geckos. Noxious, disgusting little freaks. Are they all gone now? Especially the humans and geckos? Good, then we can begin. Howdy, you're listening to the Zamo the Destroyer show, a podcast by an iguana for iguanas, talking about important iguana stuff and issues. I am your host, Zamo the Magnificent. You probably know me from the comic I used to do, Zamo the Destroyer. But if not, shame on you, first of all. And second of all, I'm telling your mother, and she's going to beat you upside the head. And then after that, you can go catch yourself up at Zamo the Destroyer, I guess. But she's still going to beat you upside the head. And the rest of us will too when we find you out. Any of you who haven't been watching my comic, reading my comic, etc., and listening to the show. So anyway, hell of a week. Well, you know, I was saying a couple episodes back about you have to monitor your pet human's media choices for bad influences. Same applies to your monkey's friends. Especially if you have a girl monkey and you want to see her married off or dating, you know, so she's not in your face all the time when you want to control the Netflix. So, when you notice her friends are batshit insane in a man-repellent way, you gotta nip that shit in the bud. Use Machiavellian means to break the friendship. First step, of course, is that you must always know all of your monkey's passwords, especially for Facebook. Very important. That way, you can snoop not only what she's up to, but keep an eye out on all her friends turning into crazy cat ladies. And I know what you're thinking. And yes, cats are evil in and of themselves. Totally agree, they are. But here, they're actually just a symptom. See, what you really got to worry about is the crazy. Crazy first, then cat lady. Notice that it's crazy cat lady, not cat crazy lady? Yeah. Anyway, so example. This week, I was logged into Georgie's Facebook one afternoon, and I spied her dumbass friend Marcia posting about how Marcia was all mad at her boyfriend, what's-his-face. Not the what's-his-face who's a musician who I think is a commie, who wrote the song about complaining about it being too hot and then another song in favor of snow. No, different what's-his-face. But what's-his-face who's dumb enough to sleep with Marcia. You know, I think the human males have a saying, don't stick your dick in the crazy. Well, this particular what's-his-face, he stuck his dick in the crazy. At least once, I assume, because they've been together a while. And like I said, see, Marcia's crazy. And what she was posting about on the Facebook that day was she had some dream where she chopped all her hair off short. I know, it's like bad enough that they have hair, and then when they cut it short, it looked, yeah, I know, there's nothing good about hair long or short, but I would tend to agree that at least when it's longer, you can grab it and yank them. So, you know, you want them to have long hair so you can steer them and whatnot. But anyways, and I think the male monkeys like long hair on the female monkeys too. But anyway, so she had this dream where she chopped it all off, stupid-like, and her boyfriend in the dream, he didn't like her new haircut. So then when she woke up, she started screaming at him about the dream hurt her feelings and whatnot. And he just said, well, that sucks. But I guess Marcia expected him to throw himself at her feet, begging mercy and profoundly apologizing for what she, with her monkey little pea brain, imagined him doing, but that he never actually did. So then she was posting on Facebook about how inconsiderate he was for not apologizing for the thing he didn't do. and how it would be so much easier if he just apologized for how batshit insane Marcia is. Well, I mean, obviously, she didn't say if he'd apologize for her being batshit insane, but I mean, that's pretty obvious. I mean, I'm a professional anthropologist, as you all know. I study monkeys for a living when I'm not doing this podcast and napping and stuff, but that is what I officially do for, the Iguana University of the Jungle. My professorship is studying anthropology, studying the people, being an anthropologist, studying them in their own environment. So I study them for a living. And in my professional opinion, as an anthropologist, Marcia is clearly insane. There's something wrong with her brain. So I told her so. Posting as Georgie. Because, I was logged in as Georgie, and I got a Facebook too, but I don't put Georgie's dumbass friends on my Facebook, obviously. So anyways, Marcia at first thought I was kidding, and she wanted to know what I meant. And I said she was being crazy. And I said, ain't you a grown-up? But you think other people are responsible for your feelings. Do you also expect other people to take responsibility for your bowel functions? You're a grown-up. You got to do that stuff for yourself. Wiping and all of whatever they do in the bathroom there, that makes it smell bad. You're a grown-up. You got to be responsible for that stuff. And you got to be responsible for your own feelings. Especially when it's your brain making you feel bad. And then she got all mad now. I feel like I'm being attacked. So I said, paranoid too, eh? Don't worry, that's why God created tinfoil. And she whined, I'm going to delete this post because I'm being attacked. Now, it wasn't just me, the professional anthropologist. Obviously, I left that part out because we know Georgie's not a professional anthropologist. She's, I don't know what she does, but she goes away for a while and comes back with money. But not that kind of a job where the female monkey goes away and comes back with money. Georgie doesn't come back with cash. No, she has a credit card. I really don't know, actually. She paints sometimes, but I know there is a lot in the comic about her being a painter, and I think she still does paint, but I can't envision that anyone buys that crap, even though she's got a gallery and stuff. Yeah. Anyways, complaining about Georgie's taste in art, that's a whole other show. But so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, me being a professional anthropologist, in my opinion, that she's batshit crazy. Yeah, I left that part out because then it would have been obvious it wasn't Georgie posting. See, but anyways, I just so she thought I was attacking her, and I was because why wouldn't you? But it wasn't just me. There were people also telling her that she was crazy, although they said it nicer. It would be like, don't you think that's a little unfair to, They said, what's his face's name? I can't remember. Anyways, they said it was kind of unfair that she expected what's his face to apologize for her dream. And, she didn't like that one bit either. So she kept writing, I'm going to delete this post because you guys are being mean. You're attacking me. But she didn't delete it immediately. Of course not, because she wanted to keep it going, because she's a drama queen. And I was kind of glad because I was feeling sadistic at this point. So she kept posting nonsense like, well, a guy who apologizes even if he's done nothing wrong, he'll get more blowjobs than a guy who won't apologize. First of all, that is so disgusting. Gross. Iggy had to look that up online to see what she was talking about. And don't do that, iguanas. Trust me, you don't want to know what a blowjob is. You definitely don't want to see video footage of one neither. No. Don't Google it. Don't Google it, iguanas. You don't want to know. Let's just say it's something disgusting that it happens when the monkeys take their clothes off. Yeah. But in any case, Iggy unfortunately did Google it and got a good look at it. So Iggy doesn't really care about which guy gets more blowjobs anyways. But Iguana figured Iggy might as well keep pushing Marcia's crazy buttons because, they're easy to push and they're big. So Iguana posted again as Georgie that, either way, the guy will soon be either kind of guy, apologetic or non-apologetic, apologetic or has a scrap of self-respect. Either way, either sort of guy will soon be telling future girlfriends about the psycho ex with the dreams and the unreasonable demands. And it was about that time when Marcia unfriended Georgie. Iguana quickly moved to add Marcia to the blocked list on Georgie's Facebook because this way we could make sure Marcia didn't change her mind and add Georgie back. I don't need that kind of influence on Georgie. She has enough bad ideas of her own. Anyway, so later on, Georgie comes home from the grocery store and she says, I haven't talked to Marcia in a while. This afternoon I was thinking about her and I gotta see if she wants to go see a movie this weekend. And Iguana was thinking, well, I just said, that's a bad idea. I don't want you talking to that Marcia because Marcia's a bad influence on you. You'll never land a husband if you act like that lunatic Marcia, Georgie. She expects people to apologize to her for her own damn dreams. And Georgie's like, who are you talking about, Zamo? And I said, Marcia's crazy, Georgie. You stay away from her. You should ask your sane friends, Dina and Chucky, to go to a movie with you instead. Because they're not crazy. Or at least I haven't found out how they're crazy if they are crazy. They hide it very well, is the point. And they both have boyfriends. You need to hang out with them more and pick up a few pointers. I hang out with Dina and Chucky all the time, Zamo. I haven't seen Marcia in ages. So she ignores me, and I'm not going to tell her all that happened, right? Because then, then I get yelled at for snooping in her Facebook. So I just mind my own business. She ignores me. She calls Marcia. Marcia starts screaming bloody murder at her on the phone about tinfoil and blowjobs. Loud enough that I could hear it all the way in the kitchen. And Georgie kept just, I don't know what you're talking about, Marcia. What are you talking? And Marcia kept screaming, fuck you, Georgie. I'm not crazy, you fucking bitch. And Iggy was kind of giggling. Yes, you are crazy, Marcia. You're really crazy. But, Iggy was busy getting into the grapes that Georgie bought at the grocery store but forgot to put away in the fridge where Iggy couldn't get at them before Georgie called the crazy broad to get into the phone fight. So Iggy's not entirely sure how it ended because it kind of was getting into a bit of a sugar high situation. But, after the phone call, Georgie's all pissed off and trying to figure out what the hell. And then she noticed her iPad lying by the heater where Iguana likes to sit and keep warm. Shit. Iguana knew I should have put it back on her favorite chair. The lumpy one Iguana doesn't like sitting in. Anyway, so kind of messed that one up. But anyway, quick word of warning. When your monkey catches you doing this sort of thing, her puny human mind won't be able to understand it's for her own good. Okay? Which is to say Iggy's been banished to Iggy's room for a week with no TV privileges. Stupid monkey, of course, doesn't realize that Iggy long since carved out secret passageways from Iggy's room. So Iggy, just wait till she goes to work or the grocery store or whatnot, and just sneak out, go watch TV anyways. So it doesn't really matter. Just means I get to ignore her more and she'll leave me the hell alone for a week. And anyway, he thinks Marcia ain't gonna forgive Georgie for Georgie, fake Georgie, Iguana pretending to be Georgie. Marcia ain't gonna forgive that real talk anytime soon, so I win. Because Marcia ain't gonna talk to Georgie, even if Georgie gonna try to talk to Marcia. So, Georgie's got enough trouble finding a man. She don't need to pick up any bad habits off the like of Marcia to push a man away when she finally does land one. So, anyway, log on into your monkey's Facebooks, insult their retard friends who are bad influences. That's the moral of the story. Just, make sure to cover your tracks afterwards. Anyway. Well, I'm here in my room. I might as well have a little nap. So let's wrap this up. This is a long one today. Almost 15 minutes. Wow. How did I manage to go 15 minutes without a nap? I'm gonna start growing hair on my head or something. Get sleep deprived without the beauty sleep. So anyway, Don't forget to subscribe on iTunes. Just search Zamo the Destroyer. Or if your pet monkey snoops your iTunes, just go to my website, zamothedestroyer.com, and you can either grab individual episodes there or stream it or whatever, and the stupid monkey won't know the difference. So that's it for this week. Talk at you eggs next week. Have fun snooping and insulting their stupid friends. Remember, the meaner the